What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I'm really excited to bring you my thoughts, my initial thoughts on the Adidas Sports disc golf shoe. So there's a company called Adidas Sports. You can go check them out on Instagram. They're about to start a Kickstarter. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think it's something disc golf has needed for a very long time. They're trying to design a disc golf shoe. Now, they're sort of breaking it down to all the different components as to why they made each thing the way it is. And they break it down, they have a very specific kind of sole to keep your foot cool. That's why it has little dimples in it to keep your foot cool, but then they make them a lot thicker than a normal sole so they last longer and can handle the beating of actually playing disc golf in the shoe. I think, maybe dip a little bit more of the shoe in the water, but apparently they did more than 20,000 steps in the water, and it's waterproof, so that's really cool. I'd like to see all the way up to the neck of the shoe, because when you play disc golf, your feet get wet, and if it's raining, you want to make sure the whole thing's waterproof. Or if you step in more than just the bottom of the shoe in water, then you want to make sure it's waterproof for that as well. But yeah, so I'd like to see the whole shoe submerged except for the top and see if it's still waterproof. They break down each little bit of the shoe. They're trying to work every single thing out so it's specifically designed perfectly for disc golf. I know some players rotate on their heel, and I know some players rotate on their toe. So it looks like this pattern goes all the way to the toe. So they call this the power plant. I don't plant on my heel. I kind of plant on my midfoot to my toe. But with that being said, some people do rotate on their heel. I think Ulibarri rotates on his heel. So some people do rotate on their heel. So I guess that still kind of makes sense. But yeah, the tread looks pretty decent. I'm interested to see if I feel confident rotating on these types of things. And, most people, we probably will, but you know that feeling when you feel like your shoe's got a little bit too much tread and you're going to rotate on it and it just doesn't feel 100% comfortable. I'd really like to just test these things out and see how I feel throwing in these, especially throwing hard and throwing off grass. So you really want to be able to rotate on that, especially for me on that midfoot to the toe, to really have a confident throw. But yeah, these guys are doing really cool things. They're doing their best to design a disc golf specific shoe, and they're not horrifically ugly. And the part of the shoe that I actually like the most is the toe. So on my disc golf shoes, the toe is always what breaks first. It's the top left of the left shoe and the top left of the right shoe. Rips in both shoes, every single pair of disc golf shoes. The tread's fine, the inside's fine, the materials are fine, but I rip through the toe every time. One shoe gets ripped from backhand, one shoe gets ripped from forehand. And yeah, so I wind up throwing perfectly good shoes away that just have a big hole in the toe. So yeah, that's my sort of initial thoughts. Is I like what they're doing, and I think it looks really cool. They're trying to make it waterproof. They're trying to make it durable. They're trying to make it comfortable. They try to make it stylish, and they put a big chunk of rubber on the toe so you don't rip through the toe. What more would you want in a disc golf shoe? The last thing that they describe is actually the bottom of the shoe. They try to make it less like a running shoe and more like it's more flat. So apparently that's going to help you have a better angle for throwing. But again, without testing these, I'm not really sure, because a lot of times flat shoes are more for powerlifting and Olympic lifting. So they try to make it less like a running shoe here and more like they tried to really design a disc golf specific shoe. So I'm really interested to test these things and see how they feel. And I'd really like to get a pair in my hands and on my feet so I can really give a proper opinion as to what these will be like. But it looks like they're going down the right path, and I think disc golf has needed a sport specific shoe for a very long time. Leave in the comment section down below if you're interested in getting one of these pairs of shoes. Again, they're not sponsoring this video, but I just want to get the news out to you guys what's going on. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.